Hey everyone, I'm playing the Friday Night Funkin' Hex mod, the classic one, the one that came out like years ago. And I just, figured might as well play it since I already had this one installed, and the newer one, I just didn't want to go through the trouble of getting that, just to play something that I probably couldn't beat because I'm bad at this game. So I'm really just coming back to this game, playing it in 2023, just because, I don't know, I haven't tried it in a while, wanted to experience what it was like again, figured I'd film it, and yeah, that's the whole point of the video. Hope y'all enjoy. Man, I remember when this mod came out. This is back, I think, around Tricky V1. That sounds about right. This is one of the older ones. It was after Witty, I know that, but it definitely was one of the first ones that they made. I think this was also, when was this? Well, I do remember when this came out. I was actually, I only found out about it because I was watching this guy, Whoops, W-O-O-X, on YouTube. And he had this, rhythm game veteran, plays Friday Night Funkin' series, which he started on just the base game, but then he did mods for like years and years after that. And I would tune in every once in a while, right? And I would see what mods he was doing, and then I'd try them out. And yeah, I don't know, I thought this one looked pretty cool, and it's still one of my favorites that the game has, and I'm sure the new update's pretty good too. But, I don't know. It was just like one of the easier ones, and I'm bad at the game, so that's probably why I liked it so much. It was a whole lot easier than any like Zardy or Tricky, or most of them in general. Actually, Tricky's not bad, but it's definitely easier than Witty. So that's why I liked it so much. And that's why I decided to go back to this one for the 2023 video. Just figured, might go to something I'm familiar with. That way I'm not like diving into something I don't know about. It's not really a revisiting sort of thing in that scenario. I'm just so good. That was record time audio or text skipping. What the heck? Okay. Oh, come on. That's it. I gotta go full focus mode. Never mind. But I have a friend who plays this game. Well, played this game. I think he stopped like a year ago, half a year ago, something like that. Now he just does like, I don't really know what he does. I'd say he does music, but it doesn't really sound like music. It sounds more like, I don't know, like, have you ever heard Stray Cats Fighting? Kind of sounds like that. Anyway, but he played this game a lot. He was really good at it. And also, he had like thousands of subscribers, but they weren't even from the game. They just, kind of were there and wouldn't watch his videos. But I guess he got bored with it just like I did. Just, 2 or 3 years, not 2 or 3 years, like 2 years after I got bored with it. It's probably because he actually knew how to play it, and I was just kind of trash. I guess I'll never know what the allure of certain games is. Oh, come on. I am bad. Let's get down. I remember, like, around when I stopped playing this game was around when I stopped watching Whoops play the game, which was, oh boy, like fourth quarter 2021, I'd say, probably. I think the last video of his I watched was the Shaggy and Matt, like, co-op one, or the Camellia one, whichever one came after the other. But those were two of the last ones I saw by him. And yeah, I don't know. The game just got boring to me after a little while. And I figured, why would I consume content about the game if I don't actually enjoy it? And there were some real interesting concepts on here and, like, unique ways of doing it, and, like, telling the story. But, I don't know, just something about the game itself just kind of didn't appeal to me. And then there was always the base game, which is very easy, so I could always go back to that. However, I don't know, the base game, I just feel like they should have added more, and I feel like they were going to, like they had a fundraiser for it when they did Week 7. But it's been like years since then, and all the money they raised, I don't know where that's gone. Because it's not into the game, it's still on Week 7. So, I guess they're doing like a giant update, or they just took the money and ran. Either way, just all the things about the game aren't really of interest to me anymore. Which is, you know, sad considering how much I liked it when it first came out. But there's other games out there. And then, yeah, I first started getting into it around when, you know, the main game started getting popular, and around the time that Moist Critical made his video on it, because it just looked interesting from that video. So I gave it a try, and, you know, had fun. I could only do all the songs on easy. Eventually I worked my way up to hard. And then mods came out, and they were all super duper uber hard, like B-side and stuff. But I worked through all those. And, you know, the mods just kept getting harder. And, like, there were very unique ideas and songs that sounded, well, I mean, good for as much as beeps and boops can sound. But there were very unique ideas that I wanted to try, but I couldn't get all the way through just because, like, I don't know, they're made for actual rhythm gamers, and I'm not one of those. So, yeah, I just kind of stopped liking the game. And then I also got an ad on YouTube at one point that made the game just look like it was for babies, which kind of reinforced the, like, my distaste for it. And if I can find it, it'll be up on screen right now. But yeah, I don't know. It just made the game seem pretty lame to me. Like, even more lame than I already thought it was. And then my friend I was talking about, who was really good at this game, I don't know what it was that made him stop liking it, but I guess everyone loses interest in, well, that's not true, but eventually a lot of people lose interest in things over time, I guess. At least that's, unless they really, really like it. But then again, when it's like video games that, I don't know, you don't see a whole lot changing in, I guess it just gets boring after a while, right? Because another thing to me is like the mods, they'd follow like a very basic structure. They'd either do 3 or 4 songs in a week. They'd always like get increasingly harder. None of them would have an end. It would all just be like very formulaic, which made it kind of predictable how things were gonna go. which sucks some of the fun out for me too. And yeah, I just don't know. Whatever the case is, this is my first time playing the game in years. And I'm glad I got to come back to such a good mod. So yeah. And if I remember right, there's one more song after this, but you have to go into the selector. You have to go into practice mode, or free play. And there it is. So yeah, I guess final thoughts since I'm on the final song. Friday Night Funkin', it was fun from what I experienced, right? I'd play a lot of mods. I remember there were some subpar ones. There was Mid-Fight Masses, which was, I mean, not bad, but there were a lot of detection errors with the arrows, right? Like with doubles, especially. So, like, the mods were good. They would work as intended most of the time. And they were fun, right? But what it came down to for me was really just, like, whether or not I felt like I was having fun playing them. And when they were to the point where I couldn't actually beat the songs, like, on hard mode, I don't know. I guess, like, I could lower the difficulty and all that. That's always an option. Unless you want to think you're good at a game, which I did. So I guess that was also part of it. Anyway, I just, like, couldn't get all the way through mods because my pride was too much for me to lower the difficulty to try and see what was happening and experience the whole thing. And then also just, like, the larger audience for it was, like, young kids, at least from what I saw. So, to me, it became a baby game. And also, just, like, talking about it online, people had sort of the same viewpoint as me on this being, like, a baby game. So, just all of that compounded to me to make it seem lame, and I stopped playing. I'd always see, like, the occasional project that looked cool, though. Like Indie Cross. That one looked awesome. But, you know, I just stopped playing them. I don't know. I do hope that they update the base game eventually. It would be a shame if people put a ton of their money into it and they got nothing from it. And if they do, I'll actually play it. I'll make another video playing that. But, yeah, as of right now, I don't know what ended up happening. They were supposed to give us a bunch of weeks, and, like, I think there was, like, a character creator, too, that they were gonna do. And we never got it. Oh, shit. Thought the song was over. Okay, well, that's all I have. Thank you guys for watching. You know, make sure you hit all the stuff, like and stuff. Bye.